Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry for the black screen for a few seconds there, gamers. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Future Game Show, where we're going to be looking at Annapurna Interactive's showcase. I am a big Annapurna Interactive fan. Outer Wilds is one of my favorite games, as is Kentucky Route Zero. One of my favorite games of last year was, you can see me resizing the window on the stream, which is great. One of my favorite games of last year was Neon White. They've released a lot of great stuff, and I can't wait to see what's coming in future. I know that they said that they're probably not going to talk about Silent Hill Townfall, but please, guys, just give it to me. Give it to me.
I hope they do. Also, just a quick introduction.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm joined by...
Say who you are, Josh. Say who you are. Tell us who you are, baby. We all love you. Tell us who you are.
I am but a puny little FGS fella. I am Josh. My @ is below me, Grith on everything, and I am joined today by, introduce yourself.
Hello everybody, I'm James from Future Game Show, the Future James Show as I like to call it, and we're going to be here today talking about, obviously, Annapurna Interactive Showcase. Similar to Josh, I'm a fan of Annapurna. I'm hoping we get some Neon White DLC today, or at least an announcement that is in the works. And I made a note as well about Stray, is it coming home, which I thought was quite clever, because
that's a
Stray means homeless.
Yeah.
So we've gone early, basically, with the humor.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably going to be the peak of our humor. We've already got a couple people in a chat here. Hello there, Emily Baxter and Greg WJ. We are preparing ourselves. We have 10 minutes left before we see what Annapurna has, presumably in the next year. I don't imagine they will just show us everything for the next decade. But Annapurna's been going a bit crazy, considering they're technically just a spin-off of a film and TV production studio. They've been going insane in the gaming space. So I'm very curious.
There was a time with Annapurna where it was like they never missed, right? Like they used to have like this incredible record. So what I'm really curious about is, what does that record do for them now? Like, does it go back to that? Because I would say they've had a couple of, like, not bad titles, but a couple of things that weren't incredible.
Yeah,
in the last few years.
Sayonara Wild Hearts wasn't as good as it could have been.
So I think we disagreed massively already. I love Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Oh, you loved Sayonara. I was expecting a lot more. Maquette, yes. Yeah, totally. Maquette had a really, really strong initial introduction to its central mechanic, and then didn't do anything interesting beyond. It did one thing for the whole game, which is kind of a shame.
Which obviously, is a little bit nah, but I have to agree. Sector 6 in the comments. Hello, Stray 2, please. Lol. I mean, a Stray 2 would probably do quite well.
It would do really well.
But then is it a bit soon? Because some games do get like sequels pretty quickly.
Could get DLC. Could get a big old expansion. I mean, Outer Wilds. I don't know if there are any based Outer Wilds fans in the chat right now. One of the best games ever made, but the DLC for Outer Wilds, which came out like a year and a half after the game came out, is as long, if not longer, than the main game, and constitutes, in my opinion, a full sequel. Echoes of the Eye is a full sequel, in my opinion, to Outer Wilds. It's huge, and it came out like a year and a half after, so who knows? It's not impossible. Outer Wilds and Stray were pretty, but didn't seem to have masses of content.
That's interesting, because I feel like, Stray, I agree. That's like a little game in a few ways.
Whereas Outer Wilds...
I think Outer Wilds, like, then again, I suppose if you're just incredible at video games, then there is nothing in Outer Wilds, because you probably beat it in like an hour.
Yeah, you can beat it in 8 minutes if you know the solution, because the game's basically just trying over and over again until you figure out what the actual solution is.
Yeah, it's basically a roguelike, but in the most head-trippy way I've ever played a roguelike.
Yeah. It's what Deathloop was advertised as opposed to the much more linear experience it turned out to be. Not Deathloop. Deathloop, I like Deathloop. I think that's a good game, but it definitely wasn't advertised as what it ended up being.
I mean, there's a whole argument about how games are advertised and how they actually are. I mean, look at Scorn. Like, nobody seemed to know what that was going to be until it came out.
Yeah.
So there's
Artful
definitely an
Escape
argument there.
2. Oh, Artful Escape 2. Yeah, that's a really good shout. I wasn't hugely into the Artful Escape, but it's such a impressive artistic feat, big surprise that I would love to see a sequel to. I want to see something from Cardboard Computer. That's a big one for me.
Okay.
Kentucky Route Zero is like top 5 games of all time for me. I adore that game. That game does things for me.
That's a huge accolade right there.
Yeah,
Massive.
that game does things for me that no other piece of media has ever done to me emotionally.
I like that. I think we all have a game like that. Anyone in the chat, what's your game that just hit you right here? For me, it was probably Nier Replicant, I would say.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Replicant and Automata. I think for a lot of people, Automata would be similar, but yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, if you love Automata and then you play Nier Replicant, you get ending E now, where it sort of picks up from Automata, and it's like
absolutely.
It's amazing. But yeah, I'd be up for an Artful Escape too. I wasn't like the biggest fan of the first one, but where I used to work, shout out to Gaming Bible, they adored it. Like the people that I worked with there, Tom, Ewan, they were massive fans. Mike, they loved that game. So if any of you are watching, you've been shouted out, say thank
it's
you.
already happened. You've already been shouted out.
It's been done.
Yeah, but I would love to see something. I don't want to see Kentucky Route 1 or whatever. It's done. That story has been told. I just want to see the writers and the art designers and the people who worked on that game make something else.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, but then could you do like a spiritual sequel?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of spiritual sequels. A lot of things that are sequels feel like they're kind of tarnishing a story that was over. But when things are spiritual sequels, I mean, take for instance The Other Side, where they're not so good. For instance, I hope this isn't a controversial thing to say. The Callisto Protocol was not very good.
I have heard bad things about the DLC as well.
I've heard bad things about DLC. I will be getting the DLC when it comes out on PC because I already had the season pass. However, I'm not looking forward to it. That game was good for the first couple of hours, and even then, the world was uninspired and drab. That is a wasp trying to fly through my window. Oh no! Okay,
that wasp is a massive Callisto Protocol stand.
Clearly.
Just back to the comments, by the way, set to 6. It was FF7 for me back in the 90s. Completely changed how I looked at gaming. Fair. That is one of the biggest games of all time. So if you played it then, I can't imagine the impact it would have had because I didn't play it until years after. So I missed out a little bit.
You can't see this, James, but I'm holding up my PS1 copy of Final Fantasy VII to the camera.
I haven't got anything to hold up.
Oh no! You're gonna flex on me? Outflex me?
What have I got on my desk? I've got a special Magic the Gathering Christmas card. That's what I've got.
Oh, wowee.
That's what I've got.
Wowee.
Which I just moved. Happy holidays for last year, everybody.
Incredible.
I did just buy a retro game, though. When I say retro, I bought, I think I told you, I bought a copy of Metal Gear Solid 3 on PS2, because I never actually owned that game. I was like, well, I'd like to.
Yeah,
so I've got that one now.
I'm such a silly goofy goober. I have Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 4, and 5. And I just never got 3, even though that's arguably the best one.
You see, so I have this horrible feeling that, like, I'm going to find my copy of Metal Gear Solid 3 now, because I'm pretty sure I lost it when I moved. So if I find the second one, dude, I'll hook you up, and we could be like MGS3 friends.
Hell yeah! If I would love it. I'd love to have the whole collection. Then the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection will come out, and I'll be like, I'll get it anyway. Don't get.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to get it just for the convenience of them all in one bundle, and I really want to play handheld on that game. I don't know whether to go Switch or Steam Deck, but I want to go handheld on those games.
You fool! I'm living in the future. I've got my PS Vita loaded up with the Metal Gear Solid collection on PS Vita.
I borrowed a PS Vita off a friend just so I could play Persona 4 Golden and then gave it back.
Don't blame you.
I never played anything else on there. Just back to the comments though. Shady Cray, Artful Escape will stay with him for a long time. I thought it was an incredible experience. I've heard that, and I love that you can have that kind of experience. As a big fan of music as well as games, I love the idea that like you can get that kind of special connection out of something, So I'm a big fan of that.
I didn't beat the Artful Escape, Maybe I should. Maybe Shady
think-
Cray will inspire me to finally beat the Artful Escape. I think it's still on Game Pass. We have 2.5 minutes before the showcase starts, by the way, everyone.
Okay.
I am streaming the showcase to you in Discord if you want to be fully in sync with the stream.
Oh yeah, of course. I'll be watching it that way. Don't you worry. But what I was gonna say is that it's worth pointing out that Sector 6 here said that they were a platformer boy before FF7. And speaking of platformers, like Neon White, we're back on track now because Neon White is one of my favorite platformers ever. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Neon White is an excellent platformer. The movement feels so smooth and buttery. It's so nice. It's one of those games where every time you die, it feels like it was your fault. Wasn't a game. Wasn't something the game did. I did that. I'm an idiot. Punish me, game. Uh-oh. There we go. But yeah, honestly, though, you're saying I was a platformer before Final Fantasy VII. I can't even blame you. This was the PS1 we were talking about, all right? You had the Crash trilogy on there. Spyro? You kidding me? Klonoa? Okay, Klonoa's not as good as those other two, but come on. Jumping Flash? Sorry, I'm just remembering platformers on the PS1.
Yeah, enjoy yourself. You should be able to enjoy those things.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How long's left on the street? Is it 1 minute?
1 minute.
13 for you?
12, 11, 10, 9,
Oh, yeah.
8, 7. I don't know why I'm counting down. We have a whole minute left to go. So
let's enjoy yourself.
Give me the one thing you want to see. If you perfect world, what do you want to see? One thing, one big thing.
Only one thing.
In a perfect world, not this. They're probably going to announce this. Like you're in charge of Annapurna.
Because I've never played it. How about What Remains of Edith Finch? Unreal Engine 5 complete redo.
Oh, that's a really good game, and I would love to see that with fancy new lighting and graphics and everything. That's a good shout. I feel like
it's been long enough now that you could totally get away with sort of going, let's try it again. Because I mean, what was that game? 6 years ago?
Yeah, a little while ago now.
Or at least a sequel.
Yeah, I mean, what?
What
remains of the remains of Edith Finch?
I'm thinking what comes after Edith Finch.
Absolutely. For me, it's Silent Hill Townfall. Goes without saying. We have 10 seconds on the clock, everyone. 9.
I want to see Silent Hill. I don't know what to expect though.
6. No, I don't know what to expect. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
All right, we're going straight into the trailer. Oh my god!
Well,
no wait. This is the intro.
It's just everything going on. Thing.
Look, my brain. I saw Stray and my brain frazzled. All right. Oh yeah, remember that game came out? Remember 12 minutes came out?
Oh my god! I completely forgot how that game.
12 minutes. Oh. What Remains wasn't amazing as a game, very beautiful as a story. See, I actually think I was expecting just a walking sim from What Remains of Edith Finch, but it's more like a mini game collection. It's crazy. Each level is just a completely different game. That plays completely differently. It's wild.
Also, I love the enthusiasm from Tommy Ghostal with the "Let's freaking go."
Yeah, I totally agree. Let's freaking go. Tell me what the levels are like, by the way, people watching, if it's too loud, too quiet, too somewhere in between.
This represents my volume, this represents Josh's volume, and the hat is Annapurna's, so... Tell you what's good, what's bad.
Alright, let's get into it.
Samey. I'm taking Samey.
Hello, my name is Kelsey, and welcome to our 2023 Annapurna Interactive Showcase. We are so excited to be here and even more thrilled to show you what we have in store for this year.
Why is
Over
this
the next
color
30
graded
minutes,
so
we'll
dark?
share our latest game reveals, spotlight 2 new developer partnerships, and give an exciting first look at the debut game from our internal development team.
I need to play
Once
Neon
again,
White.
a huge thank you to our Annapurna community and partners across the globe for your continued support.
Tax 3. There's always one with the
skip all of the cutscenes in Neon White. The story is abominable. Don't even go near it. Just skip all the cutscenes and dialogue and go straight to the game. That's my hot take. That's a really great title for a game.
I have been asked to approach you about a project related to events in 1847, 1963, 2014, and one
It
happening
sounds a
in the
lot
very
like
near
it.
future.
These vibes are excellent.
At least 2 individuals
I recognize
in
that
Europe
art style.
are confirmed to be involved.
It's like Killer is
The
Dead.
ties
Yeah.
with several international contractors have been identified. The
That must be
financing of
Lorelei and the
venture
laser
has
eyes.
been
And the
traced
laser
to
eyes,
US
yeah.
Space Corporation. You can
I
expect
thought
to
it
be
might have been a
contacted
metaphor,
by them
but
soon.
they're coming straight.
No.
They hire
Lorelei
an
has
actor
laser
to
eyes.
communicate
That's...
with you through a video. This video is designed to gauge your interest in interpreting patterns, and solving puzzles.
This is absolutely like ARG stuff, right?
Because of the metaphysical
Yeah.
aspects related to the
Yeah,
project.
definitely. I'm gonna say a big shout out to Shady for saying the levels were good. Appreciate
Oh,
that.
good. Yeah.
Conventional concepts.
Love
To gain your
audience
trust,
participation.
this person might offer their unsolicited advice or ask you questions about your dreams and memories, but you will
Is it
likely
Donald
never
Sutherland?
see
It's
the face
Sutherland,
of the
it's gotta
person.
be.
It sounds like a
My
Sutherland.
personal advice.
It doesn't quite
is
sound like
not to
Donald
play along
Sutherland,
with their
but it could be
strange
Peter
game.
Sutherland.
You're being
So
led
it's
around
Coriolanus
in a
Snow.
maze of deceptions.
The man
Think
himself.
back on when they first tried to contact
This is a
you.
very Josh game. It is. Look at
Do
it.
you remember?
Listen to it.
Do you remember the maze?
Listen to this script and
remember
tell
the
me
maze?
that this isn't
Do you
made for me.
remember the maze?
I'm looking forward to
Do you
finding out
remember the
which Shakespeare quote you tied to this one and you cover it.
Do you remember the maze? Do you remember the maze? Do you remember the maze?
I mean, I'm excited by the way. I like the look of this. You know.
Yeah, I'm super curious about that. I want to know more. I want to know more about that.
And Dougie as well.
Oh,
Wonderful. Switch and Steam, so I mean
So-
that's always a good mix, right?
yeah. Oh, am I gonna go back after the stream and try and figure out the alphabet that they want me to figure out in order to? Oh, Cocoon. Remember Cocoon?
I expect an enormous video on that tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It might take more than that. Longer than that.
No, you stay up all night.
Don't tempt me.
This
I
looks
will.
adorable, boy.
Yeah, this was at... What was this at? This was at something during... I think Day of the Devs. I think this was at Day of the Devs.
Right. Okay. I like that it's got the limbo vibe going on.
Absolutely. I think we've just made into sleeper agents. Do you remember the maze? Yeah, it does. It does feel that way. I do feel like I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night, stood in a dark forest with a carved out in the tree in front of me is a maze.
Just trying to figure out what it all means. I am kind of freaked out by the tone shift here.
yeah, right.
Well, there we go.
Inside,
Okay, so
inside
coming soon.
and limbo. Yeah, that
Okay.
looks super good.
So that is a release date reveal, right? Because I
Yeah,
checked earlier
totally.
today and Cocoon didn't have one.
Totally, that was absolutely a release day reveal. Lush
game
foil
looking
photography sim. Cocoon looks great, gotta say. Wait a minute,
I
is
have
this
to
the
say-
one? I know this game. I follow this person on Twitter. Oh, cool.
Gorgeous. Matt Newell. That's a name that seems familiar to me.
Wanting to chat, we are about 30 seconds delayed from responding to you, so if it seems like we're being slow, it's because we are.
Yeah. The comments do not come through in the same time. Sorry, guys.
This is one for like a Unreal Engine 5 showcase or something. It's gotta be.
Yep.
And
Which
this is when it's revealed that it's in Unreal Engine.
Well, we do a lot of Unreal Engine stuff on the Future Game Show, the FTS TikTok. So if you like the look of things like this, go check it out because we're always posting little snippets. They're on YouTube Shorts as well, but I post to TikTok at least a minute earlier. So be in the know.
Heck
Be
yeah.
part of the winning team.
Kiroblin is saying I played what this used to be. I think I did too. I think I played this on itch a while ago when it was just one level, but it looks like it's got more than one location you can go to now. This
I mean,
game
I'm
looks
vibing
unreal
with it, you know?
graphically. True. Yeah, I'm vibing with it too.
Oh, I like the sort of the stock image style title. That's cool.
Absolutely.
Which
Yeah,
is now on Steam.
that looks super vibey. That's going to be a chill out game, I can tell.
Yeah.
Emma Games.
Developer Spotlight. Let's have a look at them games. Over in Kyoto.
Let's have a look at them games, huh?
小さい頃に兄と一緒に山に登ってたっていう記憶がすごい強くて、結構自然と多く触れ合っていた子供時代だったと思います。三橋明です。ひろこと一緒にこの丸光ゲームズをやっています。
丸光ゲームズでアーティストをしている椎名ひろこです。
ひろことは福岡にあるゲーム会社で出会いました。実は言うとですね、一回告白したんですけども、一度振られまして、
ゲーム開発の仕事がすごく楽しかったから、なんかあんまりそういったことに時間を取られたくないなっていうのがすごく強くて、
で2回目アタックした時にいいよって言われたんで、
今こうして結婚してよかったなと思います。
好きな RPG はマザー2というゲームなんですけれども、可愛くてコロッとした街づくりとか色合いとかを表現されているので、それもすごく見て憧れを抱いたし、すごく影響を受けていると思います。
You're small in the side of my screen. I think I got a mother
ゲーム作れるんじゃないかなっていう好奇心みたいなのが湧いてきまして、
ほぼ同時に一緒に会社をやりました。
でもやっぱり夫婦関係に影響が出ないようなスタイルを取りたいという話で、
1本目はもう半年で2人で作ってみる。で、それで問題がなかったら続けてみようっていう条件のもとで、丸光ゲームズはスタートをしています。
I've noticed a lot of like couples being devs the last couple years. That's a trend, I guess, that I've noticed, especially in like Day of the Devs and stuff. This feels Day of the Devs adjacent. The Annapurna showcase, but a lot of couple devs.
I also really like that they've got like a wood burning, like
yeah, right, yeah.
Like, how idyllic is this?
Absolutely.
Also, just to catch up on Tommy Ghostal, who had a moment here about
プロジェクターは
how much they
C の
love Limbo.
企画
Me
に
too,
なり
Tommy.
ますので、
I feel
C
you.
の指導で作っています。なので僕は C のが悩んでるところを一緒に
What do
話
you
になって
prefer,
いろんなアイディアを出
James?
したり
Limbo
と
or
かしてい
Inside?
ま
Which
す。
one's better?
I've still yet to play
仕事で
Inside.
さ、結構悩ん
Oh,
でた
what a
時とか
shame.
もあっ
What a
て、
shame.
Never got
なんか
around.
今
I
は
own it
二
on
人
two
で
different
一緒に
platforms,
仕
and
事
I've
してると
never
か
looked
played
at
it.
隣の姿とか見てると
It's
I would
you
get
can beat
this.
it. You can beat it in an afternoon. It is like 3 hours long.
ほとんど後悔もな
You
く
see, here's the thing. I feel sort of bad, like talking over this quickly, but I'm at a point where like, if I don't play a game as it comes out, it can sometimes sit there for years before I
Oh.
touch it.
I totally get that. I totally get that.
So,
To a T.
so like, anyone that I missed previously, like even before then, you know. Well, this
It's gone.
looks cute as hell.
Creator of Katamari Damacy.
Looks like Katamari.
Oh yeah, because they released Watam, right? Annapurna released Watam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure it did.
I love that all of the characters are T-posing. That's fun. That's silly.
How else would you know it's a video game, right?
True, so
You'd
true.
have no idea. There'd be no
It might
way
be
of
real
knowing.
life.
Does your view of the world not match this?
Oh, I guess it's just the main character is living life to a T.
Yeah, like I said, no one else is joining in with that.
So does the dog do things for you because your arms are stuck out in a t-shirt?
That would be pretty great. That's so cute. I don't know how I became the shape of a T. So it is storyline based, like they're struggling. We're laughing at an affliction, Josh. This is a condition.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Unbelievable. Dude, I'm not afraid to be me. That's nice to see the
That person
Toys
is a
R Us
giraffe.
giraffe got a new job as well.
Yeah, right. Didn't just go in collaboration with
times.
Able Gamers. That's nice.
That is good. I like that a lot. I like as well. Caroblin's like a dog game finally. I mean, maybe.
True,
maybe it's a dog game. Over to London for Flock. Well, there already was a Flock like years ago, right?
There was. I was just thinking that there was already a game named Flock.
Yeah, it was on like
Hello,
I played it on the
I'm Richard
Xbox
Hogg,
360.
and I'm one of the people who made
Oh.
Flock. I'm the art guy.
And I'm Pip War. I do the narrative design and some game design.
So where are you, Pip?
I'll do a call.
Ah, there you are. I'm coming over. Flock is a game about exploring a big wild place on the back of a bird. You find creatures, you charm them, and they join your flock.
It's also a game where you can just hang out with your friends.
This gives me vibes of that
the
that
boomerang
one
ones are the Cosmits. I have a few varieties.
that one Journey
then I
like
have
game
a
by
Thrip
the people who
and
made Journey.
Big Henry.
Sky,
One that
you know the one, the free one.
kind of like a cross between a
wasn't
cuttlefish
Skybound,
and
was it?
a
Or something
sausage.
No, I don't think so.
What's that blue
Scoundrel.
creature you've
This looks
got
like
in your
flower. It
flock?
does look like same
That's
same
the slumbering
vibe,
rustic.
flower.
We can go and find one if you like. So we're taking Pip across the grasslands to find her a slumbering rustic for her flock.
Sky Children of the
There's
Light.
one in here. Can you
That's
hear
the
it?
one I'm
That's
thinking
the
of.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Over by this pond.
I was just
there's-
thinking in my head, like, the generational divide between me and, like, my father, because if I said, in this
Maybe we
game, you
shouldn't wake
charm
it up,
birds,
but-
he would think something totally different to
I'm
what's
gonna
actually
charm
happening.
it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
He'd,
goodness.
Charm this
he'd be
rustic.
completely
Just
trapped
position
there.
yourself at just the right
Koroblin
distance.
says.
Not too close.
Oh, I think
or too far
Koroblin is
away.
saying that the guy speaking made I Am
The
Dead.
bird and the flock will sing to the creature to
I
charm
like
it.
that. Not the name, but, like,
Look
the
at that.
general premise of the game.
I'm going
Yeah.
to call her Cupzilla.
Pip, check out my sheep.
Look at them, little munchers.
In Flock,
Munches.
you have some flying sheep to look after. You leave them to graze, they
I'm
get
gonna
woolly,
be playing.
and then you use
I'm
the
gonna be
wool
playing
to
this. I
make
can already
clothes.
tell. This is gonna be one I'm
Did I
gonna be
tell
playing.
you I made a sheep?
It's very cute. Will it have a photo
crocheted
mode?
it.
Oh my
Oh, I
goodness,
love
look at
it.
that.
Look,
Crochet
look, look,
fellas.
look.
Can I get them to
found
send
one
that
of
to
the
my
fruit
house?
things.
Some
Oh,
crochet.
yeah.
Could always
I'm gonna
ask.
charm one. Here we go.
Go
It's
on,
a
let's contact the
sunset
devs,
spud.
see if they can crochet. They're in
We
London,
didn't find
right?
it because
They
it
can
was in
crochet something
sunset
for us.
last time. We were
Crochet
in
the
Maybe we
FGS
have
logo.
broad daylight.
Can you please crochet us a bird in the shape of Josh?
I love these frogmouth bees.
That's just a man.
They just
That's just a
come
guy.
out in such a pleasing
No,
way.
it will be classed as a bird on the website.
Can you see me over here?
Oh yeah, look at that.
I've got my glow buddies with me.
This forest is beautiful at this time of day.
I really like when you're skimming over the top of the fog and you're sort of going up and down like you're on the high seas. Oh, wow.
Have you seen these before?
This does look
Okay.
nice. Yeah,
Some
this does
mother
look really
job.
nice.
I'm kind of
But
engrossed by it. Sorry.
one of my worries is that
Let's
it's
find it.
clearly gonna be like Sky, where it's just kind of you sit there and vibe.
This has been such
Yeah.
a lovely day.
I always find it hard to
Let's do it
justify
again
spending
soon.
money on a game where it's just sitting around and vibing. You know what I mean?
What will you find
Oh, it's on
out
Game
there?
Pass. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Doesn't even
Well,
matter.
sorry.
What were you gonna say?
No, just I sort of understand where you come from with that because like I have this thing. I get really worried I'm not doing enough with my time in games. So when it's
sure.
one where like, the whole point is take a load off, I'm like I don't want to do that.
Sure.
I'm way too tightly wound for that. The art style just reminds me of
Sable.
Rollerdrome.
Oh, I was gonna
I'd
say
say-
this looks like this is like because
The same, it's that sort of
Rollerdrome.
cel-shaded thing, right?
Yeah, Rollerdrome has got that cell shaded art style, whereas this and Sable have like it's like to the extreme, where it's not even cell shaded. It's like just block colors
Yeah.
broken up by shadows and lighting. Oh, except for the
Yeah.
characters. That's weird. The characters look almost like
say-
they're in a different art style.
Yeah, they look very almost like extras from the Wind Waker or something.
So do you just sort of bike through the country like Sable? Is this by the people who made Sable?
Go bike.
It looks like a game where you ride on a bike through the country. Is this made by the people who made Sable? Answer the question, Annapurna.
It's coming to PS4 and Xbox One as well. That's kind of cool.
Ooh,
That's kind of cool, right?
yeah, that is cool. PS4 and Xbox One as well. Didn't know they still made games for those old things.
Basically every day, if I've hit like a roadblock or if I just need some sort of inspiration to kind of like move on with something, I'll just hop in my car and drive like 5 minutes over to Roger Williams Park.
To Williams Park, did he just say?
Having like
So
no
this guy's in
visual
Chicago.
walls. I feel like I'm able to think of a
we're
lot more
gonna
abstract ways.
pinpoint where his house
I'm
is.
Jacob Williams. I'm the
That's
head
the
and
one-
creative director of Glass Revolver, and we're making weekly
No,
monsters.
it's not. I'm getting confused with the one from Wayne's World. Stevenson Park, I think. Rhode Island. There we go.
I've always been drawn to kind of the outdoors and nature in general. The reasons why like certain aspects of nature are the way they are. That had definitely carried over into my first game, Ida, and extremely so in We Kill Monsters. I'd be like sitting like outside the school, like waiting like for my mom to come pick me up, and I would just constantly like sketch an open world game where you could like camp and stuff. You can camp in We Kill Monsters. It's like a core part of the game. So a lot of those things kind of stuck with me. I went to film school doing like the 9 to 5 and then coming home and then doing another 5-6 hours of film related stuff. Eventually it just became apparent that I was depressed. I realized I was like, something
I have to say, I really like this personal touch Annapurna have gone for here with the developers.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just
I agree.
basically do like a restart.
These developer spotlights feel super personal.
Moved back home,
and genuine.
And it was there where I started Ida. This is Ida. This is my first game that I had made, which honestly probably shares like a lot of DNA with We Kill Monsters. It was probably 2018, I think, where I actually started on We Kill Monsters. But at the time, it was supposed to be an extremely lo-fi Monster Hunter style game. And then at some point I was like, everything I'm trying to do, I could just do it in 3D and it would like just more fully realize what I
Is this game out, We Kill Monsters? Because I love the look of it. I've got to say, I don't know this game. Is it out?
Just switch it to 3D.
I assume We Kill Monsters isn't out because I know nothing of it.
3 months and be like,
as arrogant as that sounds.
This is like
is this a low-key game announcement?
So I kind of like
thought about it for like
a week. And then to make my decision, I went and I deleted the 2D project so that I didn't have a choice.
I don't see anything about it.
My thought process was, if it takes 8 years to make, I'll just do it on my own. Might as well just do what I think is best. This symbol, it's basically made its way into all of my games. The meaning to me is, it's okay to restart.
Oh, are they releasing it on more platforms? Wait, how many more platforms can there be? It's on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, Switch, PC. What, possibly mobile?
Amazon Luna, baby.
I guess. This game's great, by the way. Anyone who hasn't played this game, you gotta play it.
I've heard a lot of great things about it.
It is visually outstanding. The story is really affecting and cool. Oh yeah, and all of the textures are drawn with pencil, which is really cool.
I have to say, aesthetically, it works really well. So yeah, now available natively on
next gen, I guess. Yeah, native next gen versions, I guess.
Will they add a little something to it?
Looks like it's next gen update. Updated versions also. Ooh, maybe there is new stuff then, and they just want to keep it a secret. I don't know if I have access to the game anymore. I might rebuy it.
I imagine it's not going to be too pricey. Here we go, Bounty Star, by the way. I don't know what Bounty
The Morose Tale of Graveyard Glen?
Hi, I'm Ben Ruiz, the founder and creative director of Dino God and the designer of Bounty Star. Bounty Star is a game about a broken but powerful ex-soldier, now a bounty hunter, in a post-apocalyptic American desert.
Post-apocalyptic.
And she's trying to start a new life in a place
not
far
apocalyptic.
From home, traumatized from a profound mistake she made at the end of her military.
You're in a society now. I like that you got mech combat in the game. No, that's a cool idea.
In which Clem is bringing in her marks, dead or alive, in her customizable infantry mech.
Yeah, mech combat, and then do you like get out of the mech to go around towns and stuff and get missions?
And use them.
Yeah, I'd assume that the mech is, because I'm only seeing mech combat here, so I'd assume that like once you get to a safe area, you can like release the mech.
The protagonist cleans up her life and develops her bounty hunting operation in the safety of her newly acquired home on the edge of the game world, a rundown pre-apocalypse gas station and tune-up shop with a lot of potential.
Getting a good vibe from this
how to be an effective bounty hunter.
Although I am just thinking about
of life are absolutely vital. She will grow and obtain food and use it to cook.
Oh my god, what's it called?
Enhance her focus in different ways.
literally there's literally a new game coming out this year
and use them to build devices
from software.
Enhance both her personal
Armored Core.
I'm just thinking although mech games with this type of camera always make me think of Armored Core.
An important role
all the way through playing Demon X Machina. I was just thinking like, it's like Armored Core.
Pushing out inner demons, rebuilding herself and her personal environment, and relearning what it's like to be a force for good in a place
I'll probably give this a go. I won't lie.
It's like an alternate universe version of what Eva from Overwatch could have been.
True.
Many types of players
if it wasn't a time of prosperity.
Thanks so much for watching. Bounty Star's coming in early 2024.
I'm up for this. The Morose Tale of Graveyard Clem. I'm up for that.
Oh, I don't know why I thought the Steam symbol said Stadia then. Oh,
I'm in your head, man.
Flashbacks.
Right, here we go.
Platform update. That means it's just going to have native PS5 version.
Josh, it's a platformer, so there must be new platforms in the game, dude.
That's true. They've added new platforms.
It's new platforms all the way.
I'm not even going to look at the stream chat, not our chat, but the Annapurna stream chat, because it's all going to be people being like, here's where they're going to announce Stray 2, when they've already told you that's not what's going to happen. Why did you play Demon X Machina? Because I got it for free on Epic.
That's quite a question to ask you, yeah. I was like, alright, I got it for free on Epic too. So it's obviously coming to Xbox anyway, that's the main thing.
Was it not on Xbox before? Oh, I do think it had it had a PlayStation exclusivity deal.
Is it going to come to Game Pass as well?
Oh god, what's just happened?
Everything does.
I leant down and all of my windows closed.
I'll sit now.
It's like a magic trick. Okay, everything's back.
I look forward to that breaking in a second on the screen. So, okay, so soon, August 10.
Yeah, not long.
I'm quite excited for that to come to Xbox, because I think a lot of people are going to like it. It didn't say Game Pass, though.
No, it didn't say Game Pass.
But to be fair, it isn't that expensive
oh my
on
god,
PlayStation.
I forgot about Thirsty Suitors. This game looks interesting.
They all hate you, Jala. Can you blame
I'm always up for a game with a skateboard.
This looks like a game I would love to see someone else play.
Dad, stop being so sensitive.
I will be that someone else for you. I love skateboarding.
Wonderful.
Our hometown. Full of gossiping aunties, parental expectations, and your past mistakes.
Okay.
Hope you're ready for some long-delayed emotional catharsis. Because your exes are looking for
a real Scott Pilgrim vibe.
I was going to say it's alternate universe Scott Pilgrim.
Flirting, or are we
I like it.
Why not both?
Her thighs. They're so powerful.
So, I have to make up with my first love, find out what's going on with the creepy skateboard.
I wonder how much skateboarding is actually in the game, because like if it's only one level, I will replay that level a lot.
Because last time they showed this game, the thing that sold me on it was
the women in your family
that it has like fully fledged skateboarding mechanics as well as everything else. But if it's just one level, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
There'll probably be like, they said there's one app you've built around the mechanic, and there'll probably be like open world traversal with it as well. I say open world, like there'll be like, you know, the in-game world will have that option.
Yeah. That's a release date announcement.
There we go. And that's a dog skateboarding, by the way.
Beautiful, beautiful. Nintendo Switch. Oh, I don't know why I wasn't expecting that.
Coming to everything. Oh, straight over to Buenos Aires. Shout out to Rico from Starship Troopers.
Is it Tony Hawk's Pro Skater style or skate style? It looks like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater style.
Yeah, it won't be independent legs or anything like that. But then it'll have to be like close to, but not quite, because obviously it'll just be a rip-off then.
You know, that reminds me that there was a game in the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. There was like a VR game that was very skate-style skating. And it looked really interesting. I've got to remember to look into that more.
Yeah, it was good. They actually they shared a video the other day. VR Skater is the name, by the way. But they shared a video the other day of them putting the FGS logo on a skateboard in the game.
Yeah.
But for anybody who
to Netflix
is on Twitter, I tend to put things on there as well. I did cover that skateboard, so have a look.
All new update is coming.
Wait, is it coming to Netflix like the streaming platform, or Netflix gaming where you have it on your phone and it takes you out to the app store?
It's gonna be Netflix gaming in whatever form that takes. So we got a game reveal.
Well, they're announcing Annapurna.
It's finally here.
Hey everyone.
Would it be great if this woman Chelsea Hash said, "Hello, my name is Annapurna."
I am Annapurna.
Starting with What Remains of Edith Finch and later Solar Ash, and now as director of Annapurna's first internally developed game.
Oh, interesting.
Over the past year, we've put together a wonderful group of people and have been collaborating on an exciting new project. I never imagined I'd have a chance to make a game set in this iconic universe, and there's so much more we want to tell you.
Iconic
but
universe.
for now, we're thrilled to share this announcement trailer.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice of words.
No good. Iconic universe. Blade Runner? Blade Runner? Blade Runner?
It's Blade Runner.
Things in the blackout.
Gotta be.
Blackout. He said Blackout. It's Blade Runner.
I was lucky. I just lost the job.
I mean, yeah, it's
Listen
the
to that
most Blade
music.
Runner looking thing.
Yeah, this is Blade Runner. Holy
Ryan Gosling
shit.
looking sad in purple neon.
But now, they want me back.
Oh my god. Ooh. Vibey.
Are we playing? Did it say Deckard on the name badge?
I'm not sure it did. Unless we're playing as a young Deckard or something. But then what could you do with the story? No, because he said the blackout, and the blackout happened after the events of the first movie. So this is gotta be post.
But he said he wants me. He said sorry. They want me back
in places that no longer exist.
That's true.
That's where you find me.
I mean, it's hard to tell. I feel like this is all we're gonna see in the trailer, so we're not gonna get any answers.
In the land of the dead.
There's a dog, but is it a real dog?
Its eyes are glowing, so maybe not.
2033. Labyrinth.
That's when it's coming out. What the hell?
That's right. Yeah. Good night. And it'll still be PlayStation 5 because we'll be that far away.
That's super exciting.
I'm hyped for this.
Yeah. Wishlist now on Steam. Very cool.
Thanks again for tuning in to watch this year's Annapurna
Still waiting on
Interactive
Ashen
Showcase.
2.
We
Oh,
hope you
I
enjoyed a
worry
glimpse of
you may
what's
be
in
waiting
store.
for a while.
See you all next year.
Bye now.
I believe that is it for everything we've seen.
Yeah, that was the Annapurna Interactive. Why can't I click on anything? Hello?
Uh-oh. Josh, have you vanished? Are you having a bad time?
Give me a minute. I can't interact with anything. Can I with my keyboard? Hello?
Can't believe you broke it.
Okay, I muted it. Beautiful. Thank you everyone for watching this. I mean, that was the Annapurna Showcase. What are your thoughts on it, James?
Well, first of all, I'm so blown away there's a Blade Runner game, right?
I know, that's crazy.
Stole the spotlight at the end.
Yeah, they knew it as well. They knew it.
That was so cool. But before we talk about that, which we will for probably a while, before I ask you for your highlights, I just want to say it's cool that Stray is coming to Xbox because I think there's a bunch of people on that platform who want to play it.
Absolutely.
I love the personal touch as well with the dev kind of insight, which was so cool. But yeah, like literally every other game tonight, even some that really look like my kind of thing, can just sit down because the Blade Runner game, that's what I want to know about. What kind of game is it? It looks like you actually, like, can we move the character? Is it a visual novel? Like
it's hard to tell from that trailer. Now, Tommy Ghostil has said, why does it look like 2019 Blade Runner would if it was set after 2049? It's not necessarily set after 2049, so the blackout happens in, I believe, not very long after the events of, I can't close this window. I can't do anything about...
You know
Hello?
what? It doesn't matter. Let the window stand around. Let the window do
Yeah,
what
but it's playing
do.
a random video. I can't close this. I can't interact with anything on my computer. I don't know how I'm going to end the stream.
You're going to have to hit Control-Alt-Delete, Josh.
I actually... No, because I can't click on anything. My mouse isn't working.
Well,
Well, anyway.
I feel like you're going to have to just pull a plug out.
It's a laptop. Game over.
Game over. Look at that. Look, great advert for the cardio standing coming from the screen.
I got another mouse. I got a second mouse. Let's see if this has any more.
Let's see if you can fix it. If you can save your own day.
All right, plug it in. Right, anyway, yeah, Blade Runner. So the blackout happens in 2020, like now-ish, 2023, I think. So why is Razer just opened when I plug in my mouse? And I can't close it. I can't interact with anything. I think my computer's balked.
You are in serious trouble right now.
I can't do anything about this. I don't care about this Warframe video. Oh my god. This is actually horrifying.
It looks like we're going to have to figure something out. But I don't know what.
How do I close a window on keyboard?
Well, normally I would just hit the Windows key in the bottom left, and then that'd bring up a frame that lets me move stuff around.
Okay, great. How do I do that? Is there like Alt F?
You can hit Control or Delete and just see if that brings up Task Manager and use the arrows up and down to hit Windows, and then press Return to delete them.
Or I could do. I'll try this. No.
You try that. It's not ideal, but it might work.
How's that? Okay, Alt F4 is not working.
Oh, good.
Wait a minute. I did Alt F4, and I can interact with my Windows again now.
So
that's
there
interesting. That tells me that there was a program drawing over the top of my computer. Interesting.
More than likely. There's always an issue with stuff like that.
There is. I'm gonna make our webcams a little bit bigger so we can talk about that a little bit more.
Sounds cool.
So yeah, you were saying before about one of the games.
Well, basically the Blade Runner game. Now that we've had that moment of panic done, enough about me. Josh, now that you can chill, you can breathe in.
Yes, breathe in the air.
Tell me your three highlights.
My three highlights are Mundawn coming to more systems and potentially getting more content. I love that game and I want more people to play it, and it looks like that's gonna happen. So that's exciting. I've played Stray, so that didn't really do anything for me. Blade Runner, obviously. Blade Runner. But it explicitly said it was based after the Blackout. Plus, he was looking into one of those crystal orbs from 2049, but one of the damaged ones with cracks in it, which means that that confirms that it's based after the Blackout, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's based after 2049. It basically can be based any time between like 2020 and 2049.
Yep, that seems fair.
So it's a pre-sequel of sorts. Annapurna have a great future. They're coming up. Great stream, you guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, and also thank you for riding out the panic at the end. I enjoyed Josh completely falling to pieces.
I'm a bit worried. As much as anybody else. I'm going to be honest. I'm a bit worried that I may have some kind of virus.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I like that there was an advert for Chill Blast, by the way, because that's the make of my PC. So like the other people who put it together. So that's always nice. Like I'm seeing all the adverts now. But yeah, gonna say as well, just quickly, although we're still gonna probably have a minute here, I just want to say thank you to everyone who commented. Tommy Ghostal and Shady Cray are still there. I can see you both there. Psych Villain 22, still waiting on Ashen 2 as well. Poor Psych Villain 22. But thank you. Thank you, Karoblin. Thank you, Sector 6, Greg VJ, everybody, Emily Baxter, to everybody in the comments. Thank you so much. Always appreciate you stopping by. It means a lot to us. And it's always nice to have company.
If these streams get bigger and we start getting more people, I still want you to, at the end of the stream, read out the name of every single person who said anything in chat.
I always do, baby. Did it on a stream once, and it took me 3 whole minutes to read every name.
Fantastic.
And because if you have commented, it means a lot to me. I'm not just saying that.
It genuinely does mean a lot.
Like, really, like, you know, it's the whole point of games in this context is that we all get to share them together.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk to you about it. You know?
Tommy Ghostal has just absolutely owned me by reminding me that the game is literally called 2033. A fact that I was well aware of, and no one thought to stop me from rambling on.
So I didn't want to say it because you got so flustered, bless you, that I was like, just let him have this. But yeah, it's 2033, which means that it is a pretty good kind of middle point between the two Blade Runner movies, the live-action movies that we've seen. It'd be interesting to see if there's like an Easter egg for them developing like the K model of androids.
I wouldn't be surprised. I want to know more about what kind of game it is. Is it going to be a detective style? Is that a moth? Is it going to be a detective? There's so much happening in my flat today. I swear to God. Is it going to be a detective style game? Is it going to be like an open world game? Is it going to be I don't know. It could be a point and click game. It could be a side scrolling detective action game. I don't know. That's the problem with cinematic trailers, I guess, right? It could be a top-down strategy game for all we know.
You see, so like my opinion of the game is because we've had like visual novel style ones before. My opinion is that would be an obvious kind of thing to go for, but personally, I don't want them to. I want a proper RPG experience where you get involved in combat. You know games like Judgment, right? And Lost Judgment?
Yeah.
Can be kind of... I want similar to that mechanic where you have to investigate crime scenes, because it looks like you are playing an actual Blade Runner. So investigate, interrogate, you want
like a
exterminate all the apes.
Batman Arkham type thing.
Yeah, that, but we like that a more kind of human level of strength. Assuming we are a human, like maybe it's an android.
We could be a replica.
Some people think Deckard is.
Not correct. Yeah, that's true. There was actually a Blade Runner game that had detective elements and was fully 3D and was also a first-person shooter that I was going to say everyone forgets about, but more likely they didn't know it existed because it was stuck.
It was stuck
on this.
So I can't see what you're holding up.
You can't see what I'm holding up. I can show you what I'm holding up.
Is it the PC Engine Mini? Is it the Atari Jaguar?
You can keep guessing. You won't get it.
Is it this Magic the Gathering holiday card?
It's not. This is the Google Daydream View.
Oh, wow.
There was an exclusive Blade Runner game that, as far as I'm aware, didn't come to anything else, which was a fully fledged detective shooter in first person.
I was this close to saying Nokia N-Gage, and I feel like that would have been half
pretty close. It would have been pretty close.
I mean, good. But also, I did think that's kind of cool. Tommy has just, as well as saying good stream, they have mentioned Astral Chain. Astral Chain is one of those games that I've never bought but have played, and I love it. But I've never found myself with the time to go, I'm finally going to play Astral Chain. It's Platinum Games, so I love that stuff.
I've played it all the way through, and I found it thoroughly dull.
Really? So
it's not like great for the first couple hours, but then it just keeps doing that over and over and over and over and over again.
But is it like I said I want from like a Blade Runner game? Has Tommy nailed it there?
It does. It has detective scenes, but they're not interesting detective scenes like in Arkham. They're you walk into a place and interact with a thing that has a big objective marker over it, and then you talk to every single person in the immediate environment, and it won't let you progress until you've talked to every single one.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if I'd be against that, to be honest with you, but we'll have to see. I mean, but the thing about it, what I would like to say is, now that you've watched that, are there any games that it mentioned coming out this year that you're now hyped for? Because Mundawn seemed to kind of grab you. I know you played it already.
Yeah, Mundawn, I'm definitely going to be playing again. That one game that they didn't actually advertise, but was in one of those developer spotlights, We Kill Monsters, or whatever that game was called, from Glass Revolver. Yeah. That game looked really interesting with the open world camping mechanics, going around exploring desolate castles, fighting giant monsters as a little guy. That sounds amazing. That sounds great.
So I've just opened up the Steam page for Blade Runner 2033 Labyrinth. First of all, the tags are adventure, exploration, 3D, and cyberpunk.
Okay.
Secondly, is this game relevant to you? It has said yes because you played Cyberpunk 2077, and you play God of War. So none of those are like Blade Runner enhanced, right? So that at least implies that you're walking around a 3D environment.
And you have the Blades of Chaos.
I would assume so. I mean, I know Deckard was a big fan of the Leviathan axe.
He was, yeah. When he busted that out at the end to kill Jared Leto's character, it was a really big moment.
Spoilers for what the hell's wrong with you? To be fair,
I think the 6-month rule was passed.
When Harrison Ford did punch Ryan Gosling, there's shades of Kratos hitting Boulder in that connection.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But I will say, as we draw the stream to a close, I'm going to say my favorite feature of it was the staple of all Blade Runner things, which was on the monitor, the red text came up, and there was like a logo, and the logo appeared in the middle and then went up to the left corner, the top left corner.
Yes,
absolutely. And do you know why they do that, Josh?
No, I don't know why they do that. Tell me.
It's because in Blade Runner, the universe, and you see it in 2049 with Kay, played by Ryan Gosling, when an android looks up to the left, up to their left, so I'm looking to my left, so yours, you can see
their serial number.
Absolutely. So every single time you sit down on that monitor, it identifies, because I assume a camera's watching you because it's the future.
Yep.
It identifies that you are, whether you're an android or not. And I love that they keep that in, because it's one of my favorite little features of all of it.
Well, if the game lets me do the, I forget what the name of the test was in the first Blade Runner.
The Void Camp test.
The Void Camp test, yes. If it lets me do that to someone, then I'll be happy.
I am interested to see how they incorporate that, because obviously the Void Camp test it's kind of problematic. So it'd be interesting to see if they just move away from it entirely.
Yeah, well, that was one of the... when you say it's problematic, I assume you mean that it doesn't work? It doesn't actually do what it's meant to do?
It's problematic, and also it can be argued that neurodivergent people, not everyone, but some people who are neurodivergent would not pass that test.
Yeah, it's very true. That's very true. But one of the things I liked about it as a plot device is that it is so deeply flawed. Humans can fail, androids can pass. It's like a lie detector in real life. It's just a made-up thing that doesn't work, and anyone who thinks that it works is a fool and a rube.
And a hound.
Yes, a mark. A mark who would be tricked by any carny.
What I would like as a plot point is for the Void Camp test not to be in it, because they decided that it's irrelevant and they've debunked it. But then by the end of the game, they bring it back because our protagonist fails on their mission. That'd be kind of cool. If they could sort of explain, if they could actually bring that in, that'd be like a fun side quest maybe. But it depends on what it is. I'm thinking far too big at the moment.
Yeah, I want to see more about what it is. Before we sign off, I will just reply to this final message from Karoblin. There was a Blade. Not only was there a Blade Runner thing, but Annapurna are developing their first ever in-house developed title, and it is an official Blade Runner title based between the first and second movies.
Blade Runner 2033 Labyrinth. Full title. And I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Sorry. Oh, Josh, the last one, the T-Pose game from the Katamari people.
Yeah, that looks great. Watam was a lot of fun, so
yes,
I'm sure that'll be great too.
Definitely one. That's the game I want us to think about as we say arrivederci on this stream.
Yeah, let's think about that. What was it called? To a T. Okay, awesome. Thank you everyone for coming. We have talked, but I hope it hasn't been frustrating to you. Thank you for watching Annapurna with us, and this was the last of the Summer Game Fest showcases, but this won't be the last showcase ever, and we here at the Future Game Show will be ready and waiting to talk about them with you on stream and make content about them so you can know every single detail about them.
And in between the streams, don't forget, please, we're always making content every day on Future Game Show, whether it be on YouTube right now where you are, whether it's on our TikTok, whether it's on, I sometimes make little videos for Twitter. I sometimes throw them out there. And there's even a Facebook page if you want to log on to that. But, ultimately, we probably going to be mainly found here. So make sure you always find us, though, every platform you can. And above all, Josh, thank you for hosting the stream. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you for coming. I hope my mouse works now. Farewell, everyone.
Yes, big love to everybody.
Okay, it says that it has